I enjoyed it, man. I went and saw it again Saturday with my kids because my daughter loves anime and Japanese movies, and so does my son. So we went and saw it, and they loved it too. The theater wasn't as quiet as I would hoped because I saw it on Friday at IMAX, like at one of the first showings, and it was completely silent. And I think that really helped with the experience. But here, you had a bunch of kids just making noise and just mimicking like they spoke Japanese and just being idiots in the fucking crowd. I mean, so it was kind of like took away from the experience, man. People don't know how to behave in the theater anymore.
It's very hit or miss. As many times as I go to the theaters, luckily the majority of my theater experiences are good, but the ones that people like that show up, man, it boils my fucking blood. Like it just it's a good thing that I'm as patient as I am. Otherwise, I'd be getting in public squabbles all the damn time. But like, there's times where I wish I could turn that side of my brain off and just be one of those people that ends up on a fucking TikTok raging, like just something. Because sometimes, man, dude, this wasn't even at the theater, but sometimes I just see people do stuff, and I literally just want to get in their face and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Like there was a woman. I pulled into a gas station yesterday to get gas and to grab something to drink on the way home. And this woman pulled her car up into the pumps next to me, parks in between the two pumps so that nobody can use either of them, uses it as a parking spot, not even getting gas. She just stops her car there. The fucking parking spots in front of the convenience store are all open.
Mm-hmm.
She stops it there. She turns her music all the way up so it's like blaring and thumping with the bass, and leaves her windows down while she goes into the fucking store and gets a coffee. So you use two pumps as a parking spot, blared your music just so everybody surrounding you would hear it, whether they wanted to or not, while you're in the store. Like those just simple things like that. It just makes me like, I want pain inflicted on people. Like,
you stupid bitch, you filthy slut! Did you fuck with me?
Exactly.
This is what you should have said.
It's just stuff like that where I sit there and it's like I gotta do a triple take. Like, how are people that fucking ignorant? Like, what happened to you that you have to be this way? That for no reason whatsoever, you have to just inconvenience your fellow man just because you can.
I actually had someone says in the chat here that we should do like a video etiquette. And I actually was thinking about, I was telling my son I should, because I was so infuriated with just the people just kind of mocking Japanese, like talking that way, acting stupid, and there's just a bunch of kids. But post-COVID, if there's a choice, if there's a permanent choice for me to whether see at the theater or see it at home, I'm picking home all day, every day. Unless it's like a movie like Dune where you have to see it on the big screen, right?
Yeah.
Or an event movie like you have to see with a crowd. But it's very hard for me to fall into a film and just be immersed in that world. It takes a lot. And once you're in that space, in that world, the slightest sound, a phone going off, somebody saying something out loud just takes me out of it, and I fucking hate it. If I can compare it in a sexual way, it's almost like you're going to get there, and right when you're about to get there, like someone walks through the door and just interrupts, like, God damn it, like, what are you doing? But yeah, I don't know what's like, again, I'm a parent, everyone has different parenting skills, but if your kid can't shut the fuck up, don't bring him to the movie, and don't bring that large iPad and have the brightness at like max to shut them up. Don't do that. If your kid's an iPad kid, don't bring him to the fucking movies, dude, man.
Yeah, I hate that shit.
I hate that.
It's that modern entitlement that some people have where they think their convenience trumps everybody else's experience.
Yeah.
It just drives me nuts where I'm just like, what? Like, who went wrong with you? Were your parents pieces of shit, or are you just an asshole?
Yeah.
I can't stand that. I was in Black Panther Wakanda Forever, and I had a guy to the right of me that answered his phone twice.
Shut up. Really?
Full fucking conversation. And then the woman next to me, her kid wouldn't sit the fuck still. And I try to be patient because I'm a parent. I know how it is. She hands him her phone so that he can play games, and she lets him play games with the fucking sound on.
I've seen that too.
And I was just like, if it wasn't for the fact that I was the only grain of salt in the theater, I would have said something at that point. Because at that point, it's like God's testing me right now. They're stupid on both sides of me. But like that wouldn't have ended well. But just those are the moments where I'm just like, what the fuck enters your head? Like, like, do you think this is normal, or do you just not care?
Yeah, like my daughter, when we saw -1 this weekend. She goes, I'll be right back. I thought she went to the restroom. She came back and she goes, I told the manager about the people behind us. They can shut up. So she told the manager and like, great. And then I went and told the manager again, like, tell these people to shut the fuck up. So the manager came and was standing right there outside the aisle, just standing there like, hey, we heard complaints. Shut up. And they did eventually. But I have and will continue to do this. Like if I don't have my kids with me, if I'm going to see a matinee and I'm by myself and there's somebody behind me just talking, I've done this and I won't hesitate. I just turn around and go, can you keep it down, please? I can hear you. And usually they shut up. I have never had anyone complain. I remember this son, he was maybe 18 talking to his mom. We were watching that Robert Rodriguez movie with the animated girl's face, whatever that Kira. We're watching that.
Alita Battle Angel.
There you go. Man, your memory is great, man. I hate not having good memory anymore. But they were talking aloud, and I go, sir, can you keep it down, please? And then they just got quiet and they got off and left the theater. They never came back. But I will say that. I will be polite, but I will say that if I'm by myself. But if I'm with my kids or my fiance, I won't do that because if it escalates, I don't want them to get hurt. That's what I always
fear happening is escalation, because I'm somebody where if it escalates, it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
And so that's what I'm like, it's going to be really satisfying to yell across the theater for this person to shut the fuck up and hear an applause. Cause I know everybody's thinking the same thing, but God forbid, this is somebody that wants to show their ass. It's going to destroy the movie for the entire theater. And so I always have that little bit of, should I? I don't know. And most times I'll just move my seat. I'll just go somewhere where I can't hear them. And that usually will be enough for me. But once in a while, it's like, God, like,
yeah. I did that with Air, that movie that just came out. There's a couple just talking to me and they're talking Spanish, but I can hear them. And the theater wasn't packed. So I left and just got away from them. But what is up with that? Again, I know there's always been etiquette issues with theaters, but again, especially for me, I guess I'm just noticing that post-COVID is where it's really worse. I think people just forgot how to be courteous amongst other people. I mean, this isn't
treat everywhere like it's their living room.
Yeah. But it's especially the kids part. I mean, I get kids, and that's why I didn't bring my kids when they were very young, but I told them when they were very little. I remember we're watching Iron Man 2. I go, don't talk in the theaters. If you need to go to the restroom, just come and tap my leg and let me know. But they've been so well behaved in the theater since day one. But again, I told them to do that. You're just totally just ignoring your kid who's just talking. I get kids have a question every now and then, like, Mommy, what does that mean? That's cool. But if he he won't shut up. I mean, come on. This is in your living room. It's infuriating to me. And I would be so for if theaters didn't allow kids, like for maybe rated R movies, it's only 21 and over, I would definitely do that.
That's why I love the Alamo Draft House so much whenever I come to Texas. Because I just like just that whole thing where they're like, shut the fuck up or we will remove you. No refund. Try me. I love that. I'm like, why can't more theaters do that?